Hey, I was just sitting here thinking, I'm always thinking, using my imagination and everything. If economy is measured on GDP, bear with me, just be patient with me. If the economy is measured on GDP, that means companies is based on companies producing and making a profit. And if they show a profit, that means that the economy is doing good. Now, think about automation, robotics, think about technology type businesses. They need fewer people. That means fewer jobs. That means higher unemployment. But the GDP might be doing good. So don't be tying employment with GDP. Yeah, when companies grow, they're going to need a few more people, but they're going to need fewer and fewer people. And the GDP going to look real good. But day-to-day life, day-to-day jobs, ain't going to look as good. So fam, before you jump into this video, just think about that as you listen to this video. And then also think about coming up with some solutions to make sure we employ each other or we have some type of wealth generation, whether it's investing, whether it's buying land, whether it's building a community, whether we build a self-sustaining community, pockets and pieces throughout the world, we're going to have to figure something out. We're going to have to be able to understand that we may have to barter resources, tools, gardening, agriculture. We're going to have to come up with something. Bottom line, we're going to have to figure something out because GDP is not measured on your success. GDP is measured on businesses and companies' success. So just because the economy is doing good, do not connect your living this beautiful thing called life and prospering to the GDP. Because the GDP ain't got nothing to do with me. Technology got us where we can't even work the clock, man. There was a time where you could go to a job. I'm telling you, not that I know anything about this, but you can go to a job and you'll come in 15 minutes early, clock in 15 minutes early, go straight to work. And then lunch comes around, you come back 15 minutes early, go straight to work. And when it's time to leave, you leave 15 minutes late. You know what that does? That'll give you about $350 extra back in the days on your check every 2 weeks. I had to do it. I had to pay for the rent. I had to pay for the food. I had to pay for the gas. I had to pay for everything, right? I wasn't making enough. I wasn't being no sister. I was working. People were there. I was working, getting the job done, going above and beyond. In the beginning, it was all cool. Pats on the back, great job. Love your work, love your work ethic. But I was getting overtime. Back then you work hourly, you get time and a half. Now a lot of people want to put you on salary. All these hustles, all this stuff to try to suppress the people that's putting in the work. Now they got apps. They penalize you these days, some of these big corporations, they penalize you clocking in 5-10 minutes early. You clock in late, they penalize you. They give you points. You get so many points, they give you administrative leave. They give you write-ups. They give you everything. They penalize you for putting in a little bit extra work. I felt like it was nothing more than I'm helping you and you helping me. Because at the end of the day, my family got to eat. But we got to the part where now we'll let automation, we let everything take away from all types of ways that we could try to take care of our family to the part where now we won't even give you 40 hours. We'll have multiple people. We'll focus more on automation where we can have high turnover rates and have people come and people go. We'll give them stringent requirements, tight deadlines. Everything has to be precise for the corporation or the big business owner to make money. No scrap, no waste. No scrap, no waste. I don't know what happened, fam. Somewhere down the road, we got disconnected. And then they say that, hey, can't find good workers. We can't find long-term people that's going to keep coming to work to be consistent. Y'all broke the ties. When a brother was just trying to make ends meet, taking care of his family, you weren't giving no raise. Inflation kept going up. Inflation keep rising. and I had to pay my bills and take care of everything. Rent keep going up. Every year the lease go up. The money stay stagnated. Year after year after year, you promised me this bonus. You promised me this opportunity because I'm doing a job of a lead guy, but you're not giving me the position. And just before you think I'm finna go find another job, you try to give me a bunch of hours. Then you give me a bunch of hours, and by the time you feel like I'm nestled on in there, next thing you know, you pull it back, and then, woo, a recession come. You cut back my hours. I can't even make 40 hours a week. But you put my hours so stagnated and all over the place that I can't go get another job to be consistent. And then the other part-time job, they want to put me all over these bounce schedule because they don't want me to work for nobody else. And I'm like, what is a brother to do? I want to pay my bills. I want to do what I need to do. But this system here just ain't being nice. Everybody want all of me, but don't want to pay for all of me. I don't know. You tell me. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Is this thing where they sit down and they come up with all these type of things that people will do what they need to do to make a living, and then they shut down everything so they don't have to pay certain benefits, they don't have to give certain things, and now we going to get ready for, it's going to be less legislation, it's going to be less on labor control, it's going to be a lot of stuff. Now they finna run rampant, they finna run wild. And we basically going back to before labor rights was here, because that's what's going on. In order for us to be competitive in a world market as far as a labor force, it's getting to the part where everybody gonna be fighting for these nickel and dime jobs, because automation gonna take over, innovation gonna take over, and they ain't gonna need a lot of us, and they're gonna have everybody fighting for a few jobs. What's the remedy, Eco? I hear all of this, I feel you. What's the remedy? The remedy is we're going to have to unify our resources. I keep saying community living, supporting one another. Somebody is getting ready to start a business. Somebody has a talent. Somebody has a talent or a service that they can provide, and they can provide you as a resource. They need to get off the ground. They need the help to get off the ground. Support that business owner. Help that business owner. Also, talk about that business owner the same way we talk about what they did last week and how they act and what. Let's talk about that business owner business in a positive way for supporting that business. Let's build one business at a time, and then let's employ. Let's work not to just make ends meet, not to make everything come together, but let's work to employ other people and pass it on and pass it on. Somebody said, Eco, that all this community stuff, people don't trust nobody. That's a lot of negativity. I don't know what's in their heart, but all I got is hope, fam. All I got is hope. And I just have faith that I know that if we can just slowly make the strides to really be intentional about our spend, be intentional about what we're doing, make sure we support one another and keep striving and keep pushing through, and stop looking for someone to come save you. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody coming to save you. We got to save ourselves. So y'all stay well, stay blessed, and don't forget to keep on growing, because you got this. Grow. Because the GDP ain't got nothing to do with me.